Well, our topic tonight is disability claims. We have Abby Clarkson, here with us tonight to answer your questions. And we understand that Roderick in Northport is holding steady for us. Roderick, good evening to you. If you will, go right ahead with your question.
Yes, my wife and I both retired a few years back, and we get Social Security, Medicare. My wife had a stroke in September 2023, and it left her permanently disabled, paralyzed on the left side and bedridden. And I was wondering, is there any way I can get SSDI to help pay for someone to help me take care of her?
It's a great question, Roderick. Thank you so much for that. Abby, your advice for him?
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your wife. That's really sad. If you have Medicare, there may be something available through that. As far as any extra benefit from SSDI for that, Roderick, I don't know of one. But you should definitely look into Medicare and see about, any kind of home health coverage you may have through that. I'm sorry, I just don't know a lot about that particular situation.
Yeah, that's very sad. Would you advise him to reach out to an attorney necessarily at this point, or can he do that research on his own to see if there's anything more that might already be covered?
Yeah, I don't know that you would need an attorney for that, Roderick. It sounds like you're already drawing benefits, so it would just be trying to figure out if Medicare would pay for something in that scenario.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, Roderick, thank you so much for calling in. Certainly wish you the best, you and your wife, the very best going forward with that situation. You were asking Abby a question during the break earlier.
Yeah, so, and I guess right after Roderick's question, it might make sense. So, if you're younger, let's say you're 25 years old, all right, you've been working for 2 or 3 years, all right, and then let's take the person who's 55 years old. You've been working for 35 years. Who has the easier path, or is it all things are equal? But who would have the easier path to get Social Security disability?
Well, and I'll start this out by saying just because you're young doesn't mean you cannot get Social Security disability. We help, there's a lot of young people that are unfortunately very sick, and we help young clients get benefits every day. Mm-hmm. The standard of proof is much higher if you are younger than 50. And I think that's a pretty common myth that people think, well, I can't go back. I've been a construction worker and I've hurt my back. I can't go back and do that anymore. Mm-hmm. But they're looking to see if you can do any job, even one where you're sitting at a desk all day, and they will assume you could do some type of unskilled sedentary work.
Gotcha.
In your 20s. So when you hit 50, they have this thing called the grid, and Social Security has these vocational grid rules, and that it takes into account, I'm 50, maybe I've only been a construction worker. Nobody's going to hire me to go work at a desk all day in their office, with me being a 50-year-old man having never done that. Mm-hmm. So the standard of proof for disability, once you hit 50, again at 55, and again at 60, it gets much easier because they just look at your work history and what skills you would have, and you don't have to show that you can't do any job at all. Okay. So definitely the older worker, more often than not, has the easier path to.